Hello and welcome to the SPA 360 on THD TV. This is the new sports program coming to you live from this platform. It's a weekly programs that looks at the life of sportsmen and women and also developing stories about sports in this country. It is the first edition and it's our first guest today in the studio. No wonder we invited him. The first time we launched this studio, he was our first guest. And today, on the first program, he is our first guest again. Willy Abraham, president of the Real de Banjul Football Club, chairman of the Events Management Committee of the Gambia Football Federation. But before going any further, 30 minutes before the show, we received a sad news that one of our sporting icon and legend broadcaster, Malik Jones, passed today. Malik is a legend, broadcasting legend. Not long ago, THD TV was on a program, Meet the Legend. We visited the legend at his residence to have an interview on how he rose to where he is today. It's a shocking news to the Gambia. THD will want to seize this opportunity to send our condolences to the family and the entire sporting fraternity. Malik will be deeply missed, and we pray for his soul to rest in peace. Mr. Willy Abraham, welcome to the program. This is the first edition of the SPA 360 sports program on THD TV. But shortly before we start the show, this news was announced, the death of Malik Jones. And I know Malik is a close friend to you. Many people see Malik as Real de Banjul, great sympathizer. He will be missed, not only for the sporting broadcasting family, but also as a good fan of Gambian football.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, Haji. This news is a great shock to myself because I just saw Malik some few days ago at the airport. And I've known Malik since when I was a little kid in Boxbar Road, when he first came to the Gambia. He was living at Alaji Malik Low's compound, which was right opposite our house in Boxbar.
Wow.
And me and Malik, have gone a long way. And, during the days of Belingo nightclub at Combo Beach Hotel, he was the DJ there, and he used to drag all of us into the nightclub. Also, the commentary that he used to give to Gambian football was very, very good. I always remind him of, there was a game that Walidan beat Real de Banjul 3-0. And I think it was either Moses Nen or Papsen that said to him during the commentary, Real de Banjul are beaten. And Malik said, well beaten. And wherever I see him, I always tell him, Malik, you still remember that day? I was really pissed off with you. But we just have to pray for him. May his soul rest in peace. Malik was a great man. He's also contributed a lot in journalism. And actually, he was with us in Morocco during the qualifiers. He was there. Yes, he paid for himself with his colleagues, and they were there to cover the game. He will be missed. He will be missed.
That was shortly before we did the interview. Malik told us that I'll be in Morocco, in fact, to watch that must-win game for the Gambia.
Yes, he was
That was
there.
the day we did the interview.
He was there.
Yeah, and the first Gambian to also commentate in a World Cup, South Africa, the Jabulani, he has all these things to remember.
Yes.
Malik mentored a lot of young people in this country,
Yes.
to become sports journalists. So he'll be greatly missed. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Yes.
Back to the program. Africa Cup of Nations. Gambia participated for the second time after we qualify in that game that you just mentioned against Congo. A tough game. Our former coach, Paul Pot. There were a lot of talks that Gambia will miss that Africa Cup of Nations. But fortunately, the boys gave it all, despite playing away their home game. And you were there among that crowd as the event management committee and also as a Gambian. And we'll also talk about your Real de Banjul Football Club and also the current happening in Gambian sports after the elimination of the Gambian team from the AFCON. But first, what is your opinion or your take about how the Gambia exit the Africa Cup of Nations?
Haji, thank you very much, and congratulations once more for this new program, and thank you again for always inviting me to be the first guest. It's really a great pleasure. Haji, what I want to say is, I would start with, when we qualified for the first time, it was a learning process for us, for all of us in the country.
Yes.
It was the first time to go to the AFCON. And AFCON is not a small tournament. It's the biggest tournament of the continent.
Yes.
So we've seen a lot of countries that have been there many times and are still going. And we wanted to qualify for the first time and continue to qualify.
Yes.
So God said, fine, I'm helping you guys. You did it for the first time and we will do it again, which we did.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's going to happen again in the third time, but I pray that it happens. I think when we came back from the first qualifier, all the stakeholders should have sat down and evaluate and look at things where we went wrong, because we are still learning a lot. Although we have a lot of people who go to these tournaments, who are my commissioners, who are ground coordinators, who are always invited to these huge events. But as a nation, people that had no idea or had no experience should have sat and looked at all the different aspects, where we went wrong, where we did well, financing, camping, a lot of things could have been done. But I don't know whether it was done or it wasn't done. So we went to Congo. We went to Morocco again to play against Congo, because we obviously had no grounds in Gambia that met the requirements to play these important games. We arrived into Morocco. I was there as the chairman of the events management committee, organizing the game, and I noticed that the Congolese had a bigger fan base, which really affected us a lot. We went to the stadium. They created a lot of chaos. They wanted to enter the stadium by force. They came with buses. A lot of, I'm talking about a big crowd, came.
There's a Congolese base in Morocco?
Yes. So, us as a committee, we did a little bit of tactics not to allow them too much to enter the stadium, because we wanted to win this game.
And it was our own game.
Do you understand? We wanted to qualify.
Yes.
And we didn't see anything except qualification. So we started, first half was very bad. We came down by 2-0. Then the coach and the players came into the second half and we saw a big difference. And there we saw the first goal came, the second goal came, and even I believe that we could have scored a third goal. Because the energy the players had, I mean, I've not seen that for a long time.
It was amazing.
It was a great, great feeling. So we played, we qualified, we came back, and I think this is my opinion, that finance is very key in this. Finance drives everything around the game. For us to go for camping, for us to go and have test games, for us to even get jerseys, for us to airlift the fans, because the fans are very important. Do you understand? Especially going to the AFCON. We also how other nations are bringing their fans. We saw yesterday's game, Ivory Coast. The stadium was jam-packed, but I think it was 50-50 with the Senegalese.
The Senegalese were also
the Senegalese were present. Okay, and this is what we want. We want all the fans to be there. I heard of some fans having issues going to Ivory Coast on the way. I mean, it's because the finances are not there to take everybody by air. And these are all things that we should have looked at. Immediately we qualified for this AFCON. We should have sat down immediately and start generating funds to be able to have a successful tournament. And to have a successful tournament, there are a lot of factors that needs to be included. Friendly games, proper scouting is very important. The coach and his team need to go around and scout players, because qualifying into the tournament, the last game, and taking a squad for the tournament is two different things. Do you understand? Because every qualifier you can take a new set of players. But going to the AFCON, you have to take your best players, because you don't have time, or I don't think it's even allowed to be putting in and out, bringing players in and out. So we had to take the best players. And I'm not saying we didn't take the best players, but there are a lot of things that needed to be done prior to the tournament, which I believe it was done, but it was late.
Yeah.
For example, we should have had enough test games. We should have look at the incident of the aeroplane.
Aeroplane, actually.
That
could have been costly.
Gambia is a small country, but I mean, there's no room for such, because everybody on that flight is a very important person.
Was the event management committee involved in any negotiation in that?
No, it's not our responsibility. I think it was the ministry or the federation that I cannot really talk about.
Yes.
But I'm saying that every individual on that flight was a very important person. Whether it's a player or a coach or the team manager or the federation president or any member of the ministry, everybody was equally important on that flight.
Yes.
So this flight should have been a top flight, a good aeroplane that will take our boys. You know, it's also a motivation.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And before that, we also had the issue of the bonuses.
Bonuses. Players refused to come out when the fans.
It's very sad.
No, very sad.
It's very sad. I cannot blame the government. I cannot blame the players. But Gambia is a small nation. I think we should have sat down the round table and discussed about this within ourselves, meaning stakeholders of football and the players, and sort it out.
But someone should take the responsibility, because, you know, in this situation, the bonuses should be paid before these things happen, and somebody is responsible to arrange that. Don't you think this would all be a learning point so that it doesn't happen again? Someone must take the responsibility of failing somewhere.
That's why I said that the preparation was not 100%.
Yes.
Because this is all part of the preparation. This happened before the last training of the national team in the Gambia. And the fans came out in numbers at the stadium to
just
see
watch,
the players.
just to watch a training ground and play $300.
Wish them goodbye.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And it was good, but at the end, the problems that we had was really sad. Was very sad.
What is the communication level, do you think, between the players and the administration and also the ministry? Because they went and see the president office just some hours before they come to the training ground, and everything seems to be okay there until when they came to the stadium. Do you not think the communication level break at somewhere? The players was misunderstood.
I was not there. I cannot talk much about this.
Yes,
but I don't know whether the players already spoke with the federation or whether they already spoke with the ministry prior going to the State House to take the flag. But if they did not do that, they should have done it to talk with the federation or talk to the federation president or talk to the ministry and say, hey, you owe us some money. You understand? Because I was in Morocco when the players demanded the diplomatic passports.
Yes.
And the president was on a call, the president of
the Republic
of the Gambia, Excellency Adama Barrow, called the boys to congratulate them. Do you understand? And that's when the boys demanded about the passports. And they were promised to get the passports, which I think they already got.
Yeah, they got,
So if they were also promised a bonus to qualify, I'm sure they would pay them the bonus.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would pay them the bonus. I mean, sometimes people have difficulties. Even us as a club, there are moments that we have financial constraints, but nobody knows about it. Do you understand? We are a small country. We are trying. This is our second qualification. We could have avoided this, Haji.
Yeah, but you were in Morocco, and when these bonus issues come, there was a blaming game. The ministry was not aware. Say we are not aware of the bonuses. They have to pay them a bonus of this amount. But the diplomatic passport, we know the president promised them to give them a diplomatic passport, and the FA will say, they were promised, a bonus as well. The players said they agree with the FA that they need to be paid a bonus. So as events management committee there in Morocco. Did you at any point start with all these bodies to see that, because we are in the preparation of Africa Cup of Nations to Africa Cup of Nations, which is very important, and these bonuses, we've seen it across Africa. Whenever there's a competition, bonuses keep coming. Countries still, threatening their federation, their nation that they will not go. Yeah.
Haji, us as a management committee, we are not responsible to intervene about bonuses.
Okay.
Our primary work is to organize the game.
Okay.
Do you understand? Whether it's locally here
Or
whether when we play away, when we play our home games away, is to organize the game. That's what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
You understand? Arrange the stadium, arrange the ticketing, arrange the ball boys, the security, all the things that come for the game. That's what our work is. So, okay, I was in Morocco, and when the earthquake happened, we were all there.
Yeah.
You understand? It was
very scary, devastating, honestly.
Very scary, sleepless nights for all of us. And we could not do anything apart from wait for CAF to say the game is going to be played, and that's what CAF did. You understand? About the bonuses, about the diplomatic passports, and whatever was promised to the players, it was done, or it wasn't done in our absence. We are not responsible.
Okay.
But I'm just saying this is what is the rumor in town.
Yeah.
You understand?
Because there was a blame game.
Yes.
Others will say that the ministry is not aware of the money.
Exactly.
Promise
Exactly.
and what is it? Yeah.
But whether the ministry is aware of the money or they are not aware of the money, the boys deserved a bonus.
Yes.
To my opinion.
Yes, football goes with bonus. They deserve their money.
They deserve a bonus,
Yeah.
because Gambia it's about 2 million people.
Yeah.
And when we qualified, everybody was happy for the second time. But also we have to remember one thing. The expectations were too high from everybody. Because the first time we went to AFCON, we did extremely well. We could have even gone further.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because the boys were hot.
And
The boys were unstoppable. And we must congratulate again everybody for the first tournament. The second tournament also, we have to congratulate everybody. But we forgot that we are in a group.
A group of dead, You are with the defending champion, Gambia. You look at Gambia's ranking and Senegalese ranking in that group, it's too huge. And
the group was too tough. But still, I believed that we could have done well.
Yeah, the tactics.
Yes.
Because
I think we could have done well if all these problems did not happen before the tournament.
Do you think that the boys were just trying to put everything at the back, but psychologically they were somehow troubled?
The problem started in Morocco with the earthquake.
Yes.
Haji, it was not easy.
There.
It was not easy. Myself, Lamin Jase, Pasule, Pierre, I think 4 or 5 of us were sitting on one of the main roads, having dinner.
Yes.
When this issue happened, it happened under our feet. Wow. When the lights went off and everybody just disappeared running. That's when it happened.
Wow.
And Haji, this is the scariest day of my life. And from there, we started consulting. We called Kaba, President Kaba, to see whether they were okay, because we were getting a lot of rumors from Google. Because nothing else. It was dark everywhere, no electricity. So we were going through Google at night and trying to get the news. So we called Kaba, the same issue happened there. We called Sidi Mane, the head of the referees. Also, he was in a different hotel with the referees. Everything was a chaos. We called Bakari Jame, who was a MIC commissioner for another game. He was staying in another hotel. Also the same thing. So everybody was just confused. Nobody knew what was going to happen. And people said there will be an after effect, or second one is coming.
Yes.
So
psychologically, everybody was troubled.
Everybody was traumatized. The players, after we went there, it was crazy. So that alone, Haji, also was still in the players' minds. Then came the issue of the bonuses. Then came the issue of the flights.
Yeah.
So
it was difficult.
It was a difficult thing. I think, Haji, we just have to congratulate the coach and his team. The team manager and everybody that participated. the players, we have to tell them thank you. Thank you, Haji.
Yeah, well, I was talking about the coach because a lot of criticism on the coach. Many thought that, the last game he played against Cameroon would have been the first tactic against Senegal and Guinea. But do you not think these are powerful nations that you need to be very careful before you attack on that way? The coach has done a lot for this country because he's the first coach after 50-something years of trying to take us to the Africa Cup of Nations. And just like you mentioned, it was devastating in Morocco. But yet still, he managed to take the Gambia to back-to-back Africa Cup of Nations in the group of death. Was Tom the problem of Gambia's elimination?
I don't see how. I don't see how, Haji. I'll be very honest with you. This is football. Real de Banjul has not won the league for about 13 years or so. I want to win the league every year. But we did not win the league for 13 years. Senegal are champions. They came into this tournament thinking that they're going to beat everybody and win the league, win the AFCON. What happened yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
They were outplayed by Ivory Coast. Yes. They scored a goal in the early game, a few minutes into the game, and that was it. Ivory Coast
dominated the entire game.
Ivory Coast deserved to win the game.
It dominated.
You understand? Gambia came with, we have nothing to lose, and dominated Cameroon. We could have won that game.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand? But luck was not on our side. Number one. Number two, these are big footballing nations. I'm not in the coach's shoes, but I'm saying that you have to respect these nations. You cannot come and say, oh, I qualified, I'm playing against Senegal, so I'm going to come and attack 90 minutes. What about if they beat you 7-8?
That would have been costly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? We were in a difficult group, so we cannot blame the coach. I think we have to thank the coach. I saw a lot of people on social media sending messages on Twitter, sending messages on Facebook, thanking the coach. A lot of people that used to criticize the coach. But we have to be honest, Haji. The guy did well for the Gambia.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sad that we are losing him.
Does it come as a surprise?
We have the World Cup qualifiers around the corner. We want to also go to the World Cup.
Yeah. And he was very confident that he can take the Gambia to the World Cup.
Why not? We have a good set of players. We have a good number of players around the world that can come in as a team and compete.
Oh, yeah.
We have it. But we have to respect the opponent.
His resignation, did it come as a surprise? Because to me it was a surprise because I never expect, Tom was going to go this early. But immediately after that game, it seems like it was a shock news to the entire country, especially those who fancy his way of football.
Listen, Tom is a good man. He is a great man. I've met Tom in Europe many times when I go to meet clubs that we work with. Yeah. I see him in Europe going around scouting. And every time we'll sit down and have a meal and chat about the future of Gambian
football.
Tom is even scouting players that are not Gambians. Sometimes he's telling me, oh, I'm here to look at this player, but I think he's not Gambian. Just to show you how much he loves the country, how much he wants to qualify. There has been a lot of negative talk when Tom arrived into the country. Even myself, I criticized Tom at the beginning. Yeah. But then after, when I saw what he was doing here at the stadium, that was the formula to make Gambia qualify. I went to him and I apologized. I said to him, I'm very sorry. I have been criticizing you. But now I know why you have been doing this.
That's a good sportsmanship.
No, I told him. I'm on air, he will see it. I told him. And this I told him in Denmark, in Copenhagen. I told him, I'm very sorry, but I have been criticizing your tactic. But your tactic worked for Gambia.
Oh, yeah.
People say you are defending. I don't see it as defending. I'm seeing it as a coach coming with his own way of doing things to qualify. And he qualified twice.
It paid for us. It paid off for us, honestly.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Without that tactic, we would not have qualified.
Oh, yeah.
Right or no?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And his first qualification, look at the teams that he get, eliminated from the championship. That was huge.
Which coach in the history of Gambian football has taken us 2 times to AFCON consecutively? Has it existed?
No, too much on this AFCON. But let me ask you this final question. You just talked about something that many people are calling for now, especially the football shows. Gambians need Gambian coach. Gambian coach should come and, compete. Take charge of the national team. Are we ready? Do we have any Gambian coach that is ready to take Gambia to the next level?
Haji, I think to be the coach of the senior national team, there is a license that you're required to have. You understand?
Yes.
And there are advantages of having a foreign coach, and one is being able to travel at any time you want.
Without visa issue?
Without any visa issues. We all know getting a visa now. I know whoever is going to be the coach of Gambia, if it is Willy Abraham with a Gambian passport, maybe they will give me a diplomatic passport, so I will have a visa easily.
Yeah.
But traveling in Europe is not easy, Haji. It's not easy. Yeah. I've met up with Tom in different parts of Europe many times. Coincidence.
If he was not European, it was
coincidence.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am in Belgium, I give him a call, and he would come, he would drive 2-3 hours to meet me somewhere, and we sit down and we have a coffee. Do you understand? I'm not doing it for any purpose, but I am a Gambian. I'm investing in football, and I want the best for Gambian football. So we just talk. We just talk about Gambian football, and he respects me a lot. And when he resigned, I called him personally to congratulate him and wish him all the best in the future. Coming back to Gambian coaches, we have here very good coaches. Do you understand? Yeah. We saw what Matar Mboch did with the under-20. Yeah. He did a great job. We have seen what Lai Bojang has done. He's done a great job. Do they have the qualification? That is number one. Number two, we have games around the corner. This is
very important games.
Very important games
for the World Cup. Yes.
We want to go to the World Cup. Yeah. Whether we go into a group stage where we don't do well and come back, but we want to put our foot into the World Cup.
To set another record.
We have players that can do it. The government now, I think we must thank them also. The president has done a great job in when we had this issue of the flight, when we had the issue of the bonuses.
Intervene immediately.
He really intervened, and this is first of its kind. Do you understand? That the president of the country is getting up to make sure that everything is in place. Do you understand? So it means he's interested in the sport. So I think we need to get a coach ASAP, whether it's going to be local or international. All we need is a coach that can take us to the next level. Maybe Tom's level stops at getting into the group stage also. Maybe we need to get somebody
that is going to go above
that can put us into the group stage and that can move us to
quarterfinals, semi-finals.
No,
Semi-finals.
Semi-final or final.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Look at Cape Verde.
Oh yeah, they have proved skeptics wrong in all way.
Look at Cape Verde, the kind of football they play. Even Mauritania, they play good football. So I would appeal to the ministry and to the federation to take this seriously, quickly, urgently, to get a coach in place. It's very urgent. And we have passed that stage where we say, oh, we have a caretaker. Somebody is just going to take charge for 1-2 months.
We've done with that now.
We are done with that. We have been to the AFCON.
A permanent coach should just come immediately.
We need a big coach that can come and move things for us. And they are available. They are available. Since the day Tom left, people are contacting me. We are interested in the job. I said, I'm sorry, I cannot be involved in that.
Yeah, but do you not think you can also give notice to the people involved to say that there are people who are involved as well?
No, so I've told them to contact the federation or the ministry.
Oh yeah,
they are the ones responsible.
Yeah, and this is going to be, about Real de Banjul Football Club. We can't have him here without talking about Real de Banjul Football Club. And also, there's an issue going on before we forget about Gambia Football and its stakeholder. There's a group of Gambians who are demanding the resignation of the current executive of the Gambia Football Federation, and with a slogan, GFF Must Go. Are you aware of that? If yes, how did you receive that news?
I was laughing. It's a joke. Because GFF are there, they've been put there by the clubs and the regions and the other allied associations. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I've not seen anybody saying that if anybody tampers with the federation right now, it's a terrible moment for Gambia.
Yes.
Do you understand? We have to be very careful what we do, because these people that are saying GFF must go, do they belong to clubs? Do they belong to allied associations? Are they part of the regions? I don't know. I've just seen it around on Facebook and in other social media platforms that they are planning a demonstration. A demonstration for what?
The first time I'm hearing demonstration.
Exactly. I don't even know for what. You understand? I think I've also watched them on few
media outlets.
Yeah. You know,
they're talking about the pitches.
They're right.
14 pitches. They are not happy with the 14 pitches. There are a lot of corruption in the GFF. People are embezzling money. So therefore, it is time for them to quit and give chance to another to continue what they are doing.
Who are the others to continue?
Maybe they have good people, they think.
Yeah, but the others must come from football. The others must come from football. I've seen them saying people should be put in office who are not in football or affiliated to any clubs.
That is impossible in football.
How is that possible? The president of the Senegalese Football Federation is the president of US Gode. He's the president of the federation. He's the vice president of CAF. He's vice president of CAF because he has a background. He's from football.
Yeah.
So if they're saying that they should remove all these people, fine, I don't have an issue. Everybody has his own rights to say whatever you want to say. I can also say, I want Kaba out. It's my right. Do you understand? But what is in place? What is plan B? We want continuity. We want to qualify into the World Cup. Today, if we try to do anything that is not correct according to football,
there will be sanctions.
There will be sanctions from FIFA.
Yeah. And this spirit of going forward will die.
And now we have to play the World Cup qualifiers. And that's going to be very sad for the country. So it's better we dialogue, we sit down and we talk. If they are interested in moving these people out, let them come and join clubs.
Yes.
Let them come and join the regions, join the allied associations. Do you understand? Then you are inside and you can remove the federation.
Absolutely.
There were elections not long ago. And people in football were allowed to vote.
Yeah.
People in football were allowed to come into the hall to vote. People that were not in football were not allowed to enter the hall. It's the same thing. Haji. We have passed that level where we have to start creating all kinds of noise. Do you understand? We've been to the AFCON for the second time. We want to go again. We want to go to the World Cup. Now we've just seen Gambia is invited to a tournament in Ghana for the under-20. Do you understand? I see the coach very busy going around looking at the league, for example.
So do you think the accusations of corruption and misuse of funds, FIFA fund, these 14 pitches, are all mere allegations, because the federation is also saying let them bring the proof?
I cannot say it's mere allegations. All I know is that every year we have an AGM where all the accounts are presented. And the people that come to the hall agree with the accounts. They come and sit down and they see all the accounts, they see all the expenditure. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And
they go ahead.
Then
we are coming to the final part of this interview. We have had your view on this, and that's Real de Banjul.
Yes.
The football club that you lead as the president.
No problem.
We've seen, Real has sent many players outside the Gambia to become professionals. Today, most of them come, and play for the country. Mohamed Badamosi was an outstanding player for the Gambia in the qualifiers and also in the Africa Cup of Nations. Not only him, many of that one. Let's look at the league. Does Real de Banjul have those potentials again, to fill position for this country in order to take us to a bigger level like the World Cup?
As we talk now, in the past 2-3 years, we have sent a lot of players abroad.
Yes.
Fine, they are young, but they will be the next Brother Moses. They will be the next Adwa Jallo. Yeah. Do you understand? For sure they will be there. You know we are always busy. You know that. We are always busy. As we talk now, one of our players is actually he started his trials yesterday in Europe.
Wow.
We have 3 players that already signed contracts and will be leaving hopefully by end of the week, early next week. They will also be going. So we are very busy, Haji, with player transfers.
You said you missed winning the league 13 years. It seems that the priority of Real de Banjul is to just get these players outside this country.
No, without money we cannot survive.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
We need finances to make the club reach where we want it to reach. We have been doing well in terms of infrastructure, but we are still behind with some of the projects that we have. And for that to happen, the players must go. And when the players go, it's not only for the benefit of Real de Banjul, but also there is benefits for the national teams, because we want to have a lot of presence in the national teams.
You have set the standard, because looking at the home and away games now, Real de Banjul play their home games in Basori, and now that has also forced many first division clubs to have their own pitch where they have their home games. How do you rate the league now? Is it getting closer to where every Gambia was talking about in terms of professionalizing the league, of attracting more scouts to take our players just like the other sub-region countries, Senegal, to name few?
Yes, I would really agree with you, Haji. Every club now in this country is thinking big, which is very good for our football. If you look at even at the second division, we have seen clubs now that players are leaving from there. Do you understand? Which is very good, because that's what we want. The more players we have outside Gambia, the better for the national team. I'm not looking only at players leaving Real de Banjul and dominating the national team. Then I'll be very selfish.
Sometimes you facilitate for other clubs.
Why not, Haji? Why not? We only fight for 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, we are friends. We meet in the streets. We meet in the different committees, for example. We meet in the pavilions and drink attire and chat. Gambia is a small country, so you cannot say, I'm not going to meet Haji forever. No, it's not possible. I will always meet you.
I watch your derby game against Real de Banjul. I was against Walidan. I was amazed watching a huge crowd coming from all the way from the Greater Banjul area to go and watch football there. Where do we need to adjust in the league quickly?
We need more media attention. Positiveness from the media is very important. If you, for example, our neighbor Senegal, I follow their league a lot because we have a lot of Gambian players who go there. The media gives a lot of positiveness for the league, the coverage. It sells the nation as a whole. And Senegal find they don't need to sell their players anymore because the whole world is coming to Senegal for players. We have better players than Senegal, but they are more committed. Their federation is more committed, but look at their fans. Look at the fan base in Senegal. When you watch Casa Sport,
you think you are watching a national event.
The stadium is packed. You go and watch Pekin.
Yes,
it's packed. Last week there was a game US Wakam and Casa Sport in God. I passed by the stadium. The stadium was packed. Great ambience. We need to have that. We have our fans club that is following the team. They are from.
We can see with that Kaba Kelly scene.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, we have them, and they have been following us the whole season. Wherever we go, they come with us, and they have been doing very well. We've seen other clubs like TMT. They have a good fans club. Fortune, they have a good fans club.
Even Walidan now, they have a fan base that will go and cheer up the team.
Although they are not doing well, but they still have a good fan base following them.
Oh yeah.
So we are hoping that within the next few years, all these clubs in the first division, once they have established their home ground,
it will be an ambience park league.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It will be very good.
Very good for the league.
For everybody to have their own home ground.
Oh yeah.
Like us in Basori, you were there against Walidan. You saw the ambience.
Oh yeah.
You saw the during halftime.
This is the standard.
reception
This is the standard we need. I was impressed that with the reception that was there.
The reception we
given
gave
to the
all
away
of
team.
VIPs.
Yeah, exactly. All the away
All
team.
of VIPs.
Yeah.
And the VIPs included the executive members of Walidan.
Walidan Football Club.
They included members from the federation.
Oh, yeah. The media.
Members from other clubs.
Yeah.
The media, everybody was there.
That was absolutely
We had
great.
a nice reception for everybody.
That was great.
And this is the normal thing that happens in Basori. And we're trying to even make it bigger, which will happen next year.
Oh yeah, THD will start going to Basori now.
Yes.
to watch the games. We've just come closer to the interview. You've been watching, the SPA 360 on THD TV, and my guest, the first guest for this show, is Willy Abraham, president of Real de Banjul Football Club, and we must say we are very grateful for him coming to this show. Unless you have any other thing that you will left and that you want to reach out to the Gambians.
I mean, I think we have covered everything. I didn't know you were going to hit me hard today with the issues of the national team. You understand? But I'm a Gambian. Yes. I am contributing in football, and I also have my...
Nobody can take you out of Gambia football.
I have my opinion.
That's why Real de Banjul is the richest club in the Gambia.
No, we are not. We are not the...
You are the richest club. That's why...
my opinion also when it comes to national issues, because I contribute financially, and I put all my energy for free for the events management committee. So I want to see Gambia always present in these tournaments. It is good for Gambia. I wish Gambians could sit down and say how much money comes into the country from these players' pockets that play.
Now we are having a huge revenue coming in.
All of them, the first thing they do is try and build a house for their parents.
Yes.
Buy them a car. I know some families that have a truck. Some families have taxis. And these are the kids
that play football outside.
That play football that are the ones doing this. Wow. We try to guide them from Real de Banjul.
And now some of you taking your footsteps, buying clubs.
I'm happy. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Steve is invited to come to Kirrial and have a talk with the kids that are living in Kirrial. We have a bunch of kids that are the next generation to depart the shores of the Gambia, that are housed in Kirrial, fed, and we have legends that come in every 2-3 days to talk to them and give them an advice about life.
Wow.
So tomorrow, Steve will be coming there to have 1 hour or 2 hours session with the players and tell them his ups and downs.
Wow. That's why we say Real is a very expensive, it's a very rich team. They are housing kids that could be potential players for the Gambia in the future.
We want to house everybody, Haji. And that's why I said we are still incomplete with our projects. But hopefully this year, next year, we are planning on having our first accommodation in Basori.
Wow. Where
the players will be living. And that is a big plus, Haji. If you see today, a club like Generation Foot or Jambar, every year, they're taking out 5 players, 6 players, 7 players to Europe. We saw Lamin Camara playing for Senegal.
Absolutely, doing great.
He's from Jululu, here, South Senegal.
Not far.
He went to Generation Foot. He was there for a few years, under 20. Next thing he's gone to Metz.
Now he's one of the promising players in
Exactly.
for Senegal.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Sadio Mane, the same thing. From South Senegal, Generation Foot, lived there, he's gone. We are taking players without having them accommodated in our center. So just think about if we can accommodate them and give them the necessary training that they should get, which we are doing now.
Then the future is bright for Gambian football.
Big time. It's big time. And this is what every club needs to do.
Well, Real de Banjul have set the pace again. Thank you so very much for watching 360 SPA on THD TV. We'll be back tomorrow with a surprising guest. Gambian football. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.